Yo, 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 what up, everybody? Welcome in. I'm the big man on campus here, live with you on a Friday, February 23rd, 2018. Another day, another dollar, another day in the office. We wrapping it up. We're getting it going here. Ending a Friday, hopefully on a high note here. Hope everyone had a great day here. Lot to do. Big weekend coming up. You got basketball all weekend. Conference tournaments on Monday. Getting started. I'm pumped up. This is the time I live for. We're getting towards the end here, people, and I've been very happy with the outcome this year. I got a lot to talk about today. We'll go over some of the games tonight, pick of the day. We'll also talk a little bit more about what is going on today in college basketball. I'll give my opinion on that, Lonzo Trier, and I do want to talk a little bit about the tout business. So I ask you to chat, hang out, have some fun today with me. Hopefully you all enjoy the show. Do want to get some things out of the way here. First of which, you can join me tonight on Viva La Vegas with Blackjack Fletcher. We're taking your calls all night. So here's what I want you to do. If you're out there, you want games broken down, give us a call tonight. That's where we do it. Tonight on the show, give us a call, 917-889-3290. We'll look forward to hearing from you all night, 10:30 to 12:30. Hit the like button if you're out there, please. We're at plenty of likes already. Retweet the show on Twitter. It's a great way to get it out to people that don't know about it. But hey, you got to be living under a motherfucking rock if you don't know about this show. And if you haven't, well, you're coming on a little late. But hey, there's plenty of time left. I'm not going to shout at everyone. Obviously, there's a lot of people in here. Can't get to everyone, but I do appreciate the kind words. What's up, big man? Troy V, South Dakota in the house. What up, South Dakota? How about them Jackrabbits? Yes, they look good last night. Nice win for Mike Dahm and crew. Rob Taz, big man's go. Much love from the Italian brother in New York City. What's up, Paisan? Sumner McCassin. What's up, big man? Same to you, Chief. Chairman of the motherfucking board. That's a great point, Mike Monroe. Good point. What's up, Harold? Good to see you, man. John Canfield, Tim Liu, top shelf sniper. Teddy B, CEO, everybody. Welcome in. Let's get into the show. Last night, 2-0. Bang, bang, bang. Siegel Street gang, bitches. That's what we do. 2-0. We get the job done. Ryder and Monmouth over 159.5. Whether you got it at 159, you got it at 161, wherever you got the game, it didn't matter. It went over. You could have got it at 165. It would have went over. The other game, Murray State, winner, winner, chicken dinner. We get that one too. 2-0, taking us to 5-1 on the week. The only loss being Monday with what was the play? I don't even fucking remember at this point, but it was a loss. It was I don't know. It was a small school. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Whatever it was. I don't even remember. Either way, we lost. But we're 5-1 on the week. What was that play, guys? We'll have to go back here. There we go. Alcorn State. Good call. I knew it was a SWACCon team. I was trying to remember what it was. Alcorn State. So 5-1 on the week. We went 5-0 since Monday, and that's what we like to hear. 3 straight winning days. 113-66 on the season. 63% up 39.9 units of net profit. So we are a tenth of a unit away from 40 units. And I told you I was trying to get 40 units by the end of the weekend. We could get it tonight. That's very possible. Settle down, Bart Frazier. But, I mean, let's go for 40 units here. What do we think? What do I think? And I want to hear from anyone. I want to hear from someone if you've been with me from the beginning, because there's a lot of people on here that have been. I know a lot of people have come in late, but there are plenty of people that have been here from the beginning. And guys like Bart Frazier, Harold Johnson, you know, um, Best Gambler, some of these guys that have been with me for a while, Guan White, you know, Naeem 25, Matt Varnum, people like that, guys that have been with me since the beginning. I'm not saying I like them more than anyone else, but those are the guys that, I remember from the beginning. Best Gambler, a guy that listens to the show. I remember he used to listen to my Spreaker podcast. Back when I had about 300 people a week that would listen. Now we're getting 700 people live. So it's very nice to hear, and it's nice to have people that like the show. So I know I'm forgetting people, but I appreciate all of you. Nick Dial, there's another one. Yeah, he's been around for a while. A lot of guys here. I can't remember everyone. There's so many great people out there. Brian Arpin, yeah, there you go. Scott Schneider's been around for a while. So it's nice to have it. I DM'd you on Twitter a while ago talking shit. Well, I'm here if you want to continue. I don't run away, but it's nice to see you still listen. How about that guy? I've been talking shit on you for 4 years and I still listen. Nice to see. Let's get into tonight's play. I'm gonna go with Furman -9.5 tonight as my play of the day. Now again, I'm gonna go with Furman -9.5, my play of the day. Why I'm doing that is, well, I'm about to tell you. Furman is really good against the spread. And if you know this team last year, they were great against the number. One of the better teams in the country. This year, they've been just as good. 14-8 against the spread, 13-5 as a favorite. And that's what I really want to discuss. The 13-5 as a favorite. That's important. You look at over the last 3 years, 32-15 as a favorite. That is big time. They're covering numbers. It's been no issue. And against teams at losing records, this is another important thing. The key to a good basketball team against the number is not only can they cover spreads, do they win games as outright underdogs, but can they beat bad teams? Because a lot of times coaching is a big problem. And I thought last year, Nico Medved leaves Furman, they get a new coach. But you look at this year, 10-2 against the spread against teams with losing records. That's the sign of a good coach. That's the sign of a coach that has his teams prepared. That's the sign of a coach that comes night after night. And look, Furman is still very much in this conference race. What you have to look for now is, can they improve on their standing? And they can. They're sitting in third right now in the conference, behind East Tennessee State and Greensboro. They're 2 games back. They got 2 big games coming up here. So you want to improve your seeding. You want to get as high as you can. That kind of thing. And you look at it in this game, I mean, it's just a mismatch to me. I mean, Furman, 80 points a game, shooting 47%. Over the last 5 games, shooting 50%. And in conference, opponents shooting just 42% against this Furman Paladin team. And what I love about Furman is they take care of the basketball. They're 18th in the country in assist-to-turnover ratio, and they only turn the ball over about 11 times a game. You look at the other side, Western Carolina, they're pushing 16 turnovers a game. They don't take care of the basketball, and that's the sign of a good team. Good teams cover by making free throws, not turning the basketball over, preparing for any opponent, no matter who it is, not taking nights off, that kind of thing. And this year, this Western Carolina team's having some issues. They're better than last year, but I got to tell you, being better than last year, it's hard to not be better than last year. This team is one of the worst offensive teams in the country. They barely scored 60 points a game. This year, they've done a bit better, but they're still only shooting 41%. And you look at the little stretch that they're on right now, and you got to be a little concerned here. I mean, this Western Carolina team has lost 4 in a row. You look at this, you listen to the last 4 teams they played. Greensboro, Wofford, East Tennessee State, Mercer. Now you got to play Furman. Tough last 5 games, 6 games. You got to wonder where their head's at. And it's not like they can feel comfortable coming into this game. You look at the last 3 matchups between Furman and Western Carolina. Furman's winning by an average of 31.3 points. I mean, last year they beat them by 48 at one game. Earlier this year, they won 100-66. They were absolutely shredded in that game. And the big concern for West Carolina is not only the fact that they can't score, not only the fact that they've not been good defensively, not with the fact that they're not good from the free throw line and that they turn the ball over too much, and not because they're 304th in the country in points per game, but the fact that the star player for Furman, Devin Sibley, absolutely shits on them every time he plays them. You look at the last 4 games against Western Carolina. Devin Sibley, 23, 22, 25, and 24. He sees the catamounts in his sights tonight in a meaningful game. Give me Furman minus 9.5. I really like this play. Let's rock with it. Furman minus 9.5. Let's chat here with some listeners, see how they're doing tonight, and we'll get into the rest of the card and some other things. What's up, big man? Recently found you. Thanks for all the analysis. No problem, Ryan. Palani fam, I wish I followed you from the beginning. Well, there's plenty of time left, Chief. What's up, Gogster? Blue Bayou. Get ready to be bitch slapped. Yeah, well, sometimes you got to bitch slap people. You're one sexy Albanian. Settle down, Steve Salford. If your name was Stefania Salford, maybe I'd be interested. What's up, big man? I'm fairly new, but I'm a believer. Hey, Ray. Good talking to you last night on the show. Ray Uribe called in. Talked to Yankee baseball, some Met baseball. Good to hear from you. Shout out to BX in the building. Let's go for 50 units. We'll try. Furman just drills teams. Last 4 wins by 24, 19, 15, and 22. Good point. That's another good point, which I felt like the breakdown was going a little bit too long, but he's right. I mean, they're playing really well right now. So, yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of really good things you got to like about this game. And, on a Friday night, I'll be frank with you, Friday night cards aren't usually good. Friday night's a night for me to just, hang out, grab a nice meal, go get a haircut, roll some dice, do my show at night. I don't go too crazy. But usually we try to find a game that we can hang, and we hang it. So tonight's play, Furman, minus 9.5. A person asking me, would I play it at 10.5? No, because it's 9.5 everywhere. Time for a new bookie there, JLZZ. I'm comfortable. And that's the thing. I want to make this very clear. Stop contacting me, asking me if I like the game at this number. I like it at the number I put it out at. That's why I bet it at that number. A lot of the time, I will let you know if I like it at a higher number. But frankly, just being honest with you, another number doesn't really concern me. I don't have it at that number. So I'm not worried about it. Look at last night. Think if you had a shitty book and you got Murray plus or minus 11 or 10.5. It's very important sometimes to get the right numbers. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it does. Furman's the best number out there, 9.5. You shouldn't be having any issues getting 9.5. 9.5 is still widely available at every single book I see. So there shouldn't be any issue here. Where else are we going to go here? All right. Lonzo returns tonight. Yeah, I saw that. That's good. I actually don't mind that. That's good because they're playing the Dallas Mavericks, who have a lot of issues right now. Good question here. Why do you block people that ask honest questions? I don't think I block it. I mean, blocking people. I sit on here for 20 minutes and take questions on anything. If you ask a legit question, I'll surely answer it. I mean, I'm an open book. I'm on here 4 or 5 times a day there, Chief. I don't think I'm hiding from anyone. I'm about the most open guy in the business. I mean, at some points, I mean, we got to remember what we're talking about here. You know what I look like. You know what I sound like. You see my daily life. I'm on here multiple times. I think we all know that I'm not here to hide anything. Temple in the house. You got any Princeton Harvard thoughts? I would go Princeton in that game. Harvard looks like a lock, and I see through it. Harvard looks like the obvious play here. Why'd the line move 2 points? Nobody wants Princeton right now. They're the redheaded stepchild. No one wants them. If I had to play it, I would go Princeton. Being a home team in the Ivy is pretty good. Princeton's had a little time to think about their transgressions lately. Still a pretty good offensive team. Got to get it figured out defensively. Bryce Aiken officially out for this game. They got revenge. It's time to wake up if you're Princeton. Do you like Sanford? I have no opinion on that game. Any thoughts on Marist Niagara? I'm not really looking at it under in that game. Marist goes quick. Niagara goes quick. Both teams are going to do what the other teams want. Marist is a bad team, but there is one thing about them that they do, and they're quick, and they can score. Hey, John, thanks for our appreciate it. Will you be doing this for March Madness? I don't know. You'll have to tune in to find out. I'm going to call in tonight to CEO. Good. Hope to hear from you. Big man, in addition to the great picks, really appreciate you breaking down what you like about other picks. Been improving my handicapping. That's what I'm here for. I've been here since you were up 13 units. You had that big run at the beginning of the season, right? Good point. Dayton, Rhode Island, not much of an opinion there. Keep up the incredible work. Any thoughts on Iona, Manhattan? I like Iona. I mean, I still think that they're a good team. I don't hate, the fact that they lost the other night, that was a tough one. Deshaun Much should be in there from the beginning. They're fully healthy now. Generally, Iona owns Manhattan. I mean, they've covered 5 in a row. They really just handled business over the years. And look, Manhattan, I'm not in love with offensively. But Iona doesn't cover a ton of games. So I don't know about that one. You were dead on with Weber State. Amazing you know when to lay off. It's light work, bruv. It's light work. Furman also with a big game on deck against Eastern Tennessee State. They should come out and put this one to bed quickly. Yeah, or just play a really good game and put it away late and sit with 5 minutes to go. But you're right. Cashed out $1,000 from Bet Online. Left $1,500 in for your plays. Glad to hear you're cashing out. Who do you roll dice with? Friends of mine at the barbershop. Bunch of Puerto Ricans, black guys, all my friends. That dude on my video that I posted that shouted us out. Guys like him, friends of mine. I want to hear about the Israeli waitress. Yeah, man. Wow. I go into that diner quite frequently, and it's owned by Israelis, and they're very nice people. The father owns it. He's got his brother working there, and then he's got his sons, 2 sons that work there. They're probably, 19, 20, probably. I think they go to like the local college that we have. And today, I called to order in. I got a salad and a little wrap. I called in, and this girl answers. Now, I want to make it clear. When she took the order, like, she wasn't good. Like, it was like, oh, wait, what'd you say? Like, it was just like, just take the order. Come on. And I'm thinking it's probably some waitress just picked the phone up. So I get in there, and there's these old people in front of me, and she walks out of the kitchen, and I'm like, whoa, who is this fine, beautiful woman? She had, like, glasses on. She had like the long black hair, the olive skin. Oh man, she was beautiful. She asked me how my day was. She was great. Very nice. Very beautiful. Very nice body. Really, really pretty girl. But I respect their parents a ton. They're great people, very nice people. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Um, do you play craps? No, I play CeeLo, 3 dice. Um, any thoughts on NBA? I'll get to that later. Zach, he's out of here. He's already gone. Guys, if we just don't bother Zach, he won't bother us. Nobody cares about what he says. He's almost gone now. No one cares. Do you watch Sunny in Philadelphia? No, I've never watched that, man. Harvard plays great defense. It's not about the who plays well or who plays what. I mean, the number speaks for itself. Your merch better say settle down on it somewhere. Good point. Well, that's not really my saying. Originally, that's Gabe Morency's thing, but I'm sure he won't be mad about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be betting Harvard. Just saying. It might win, but I wouldn't do it. Any thoughts on the Citadel? No. Uh, what time do overnight lines come out? They usually come out about 7, 8 o'clock. What's up, Bruce Chad? Good to see you, man. Your bookie must hate you. Probably. But I know him well, so I don't think he cares. He's got bigger betters than me. Thanks, Michael. Call in. Do you use a flat stake on every bet? Yes. What's Zach Smith being annoying about? What was he? I didn't even see what he wrote. Why does Matt have a wrench next to him? Because he outs the losers in here. He gets rid of them. I don't have time to sit here and pick through them. Is this the last season you're doing podcasts? No. Rhode Island over 41-44? I wouldn't bet that. CMU Toledo over? I mean, it's just a game we went over on the show this morning. It seems like a good play. Both teams score a ton. And neither play a ton of defense. I mean, at 156.5, yeah, I don't think it's a bad play at all. I think it should get to 160. He don't work for me. He just helps me out. Do you think the Eagles should let Trey Burton go? I don't think they should let him go because Brent Selleck will be gone. So, no, I don't think they should let him go, but it looks like they are. Thoughts on Yale? I don't have much in the Ivy League, man. Sorry. Ryan Hollins is out for Mercer. Hollins has been out for weeks. Mercer has 5 starters that are seniors. One's out. Citadel's not good. I want to make that clear. The last game they played was against a team that their best player was out. I don't have much in that game. They played them tough last time. Mercer's a way better team than Citadel. Indiana's tough at home. Ohio State doesn't have anything to play for, just limping into the Big Ten tournament. There you go. Good point. Imagine getting sanctioned for playing some bum like Diamond Stone. Diamond Stone was a bum? I don't know about that. I'm not sure he's a bum. I thought he was a pretty damn good center at Maryland. What time are you live tomorrow? 11 a.m. Oh, man. Honest question. Why don't you drink anymore? Just don't. I don't really, just don't really want to. I don't know. I don't do anything bad, really. I don't smoke cigarettes. Don't do anything like that. I don't know, because I like to live a chastised life, I guess. I'm, kind of spiritual. I like to live a clean life. I feel like gambling is bad enough. And some of the other stuff that I do that might not be good. I don't want to make it worse by being impaired and that kind of thing. So I just don't do it. money is a high for me. Great music, good times, memories. That is enough for me. I don't need to drink, and I see what alcohol does to people. I don't like how people act on alcohol. I just I'm not going to knock you. I'm not going to say that last year down the shore I didn't grab a beer once in a while. I mean, I just don't drink to that extent. I don't need to. I try to be somewhat spiritual, if I can. And the books that I read, I prefer not to do that kind of stuff. Plus, like I'm already overweight, which is a problem, and I'm going in and out of trying to get that going. So it's bad enough that I'm overweight. I don't want to make it worse by drinking and smoking and that kind of stuff. Big men bang. I did not bang no waitress. I wish. Beautiful girl. Honestly, you know what? With my feelings anymore, guys, with women, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm not trying to, just bang abroad. It'd be nice to, to hang with a chick, which, there are certain girls that are good enough to hang out with, and some you just, you do get with and bang. But she seemed like a cool chick. Wouldn't mind seeing her again for sure. Where else are we gonna go here? Lot of comments coming in. Lot of comments. Um, Jesus Christ, a lot of people commenting in here. Good for Indian Cowboy. Good luck to him. Did you get her digits? No, I didn't even ask. I was just going in to get my food. Just chatted for a minute. Her father was right there. What did I do? Hey, can I get your number? I gave her a tip, and that was that. Um, I'm not going to ask her for her number. Their father's right there. Crit, mashallah. Hey, mashallah to you. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. You dated a Jewish girl a number of years ago. Let's just say they have a very specific set of skills. Good to know. We call CeeLo 456. I've heard that before. Who shot Biggie? I don't know. I hate CeeLo. Okay. Well, we like it. Louis Mayone. What's happening? Good to see you tonight. He likes Ohio State. Okay. I don't hate that play. Indiana's not good. Ohio State has had some trouble lately. I do like Juwan Morgan a lot, but this is a game where there's not a ton to play for. I can't disagree with you, though. Louis Mayone saying, same, or you're out of here. All right. Not sure what that means, but we're trying to update what that means. Where's Belly on your all-time hood movie list? Probably top 10. Okay, Martin Truex didn't pass inspection. He didn't qualify. Well, then I guess he's not going to be on my card this weekend. I bet 330 to win 300. Do you ever live bet and try to middle? I do live bet, and once in a while I do try to middle, but middling is tough. Is Mississippi worth a future at 100 to 1? Michael Porter is back. Well, he's not back. And second of all, I don't think he's going to play this year. So, no, they're not worth future. And even with him, I'm not sure that it's going to matter a ton. He's a very good player. He's not in game shape. He hasn't played for a while. There's not much season left. It's hard to envision it being a difference. I don't think he's going to play anyway. All right, Kevin Rapley's watching on Fox Sports. Well, there you go. Martin Truex out, which sucks because I did have him as someone I'm interested in. Is handicapping based on trends and stats? No. There's a lot more going into handicapping than just trends and stats. How much does SBR pay you? Well, they don't pay me anything. They pay me love and respect. That's what they pay me. I don't think – why is that any of your concern, Josh? I'm not sure what SBR paying me is any of your business. What does your job pay you? What's your wife's shoe size? I don't know. What does that matter? I don't care. He said stay away from Zona State game. Yeah, well, I actually did get on that a little bit. I took a little bit piece of that. Big man, the live betting you do on your show is dope. Keep up the action. Yeah, it's fun, especially second half, things like that. Any thoughts on St. Peter's over 132? I don't know. It's hard to bet a St. Peter's game over ever. But they are playing a team in Quinnipiac who is a little bit more up-tempo. St. Peter shouldn't have any trouble scoring, but this St. Peter's team is pretty bad. and they are pretty slow, and they do play pretty good defense. So I'm not sure I'm in love with that one. What is your drink of choice? Or what was your drink of choice? Listen, even when I quote unquote did drink, I didn't really drink much. The only time I drank at a high level was like from the early 20s because I used to DJ. So when I would go out to DJ, I would get all the drinks free. So I would drink, you know, um, kamikazes and beer and stuff like that. But I never got particularly like really drunk just because I had a job. I was spinning. So um, you know, yeah, I mean it was like kamikazes and just beer and stuff like that. Ciroc, Patron, that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah, it wasn't. I didn't get crazy whacked. I mean, it was more of just like, um, you know, just having a good time. Um, lot of lot of comments here tonight. We'll get through them all here. Um, Where else are we gonna go here? You keep this up, big man, and you may have to call it something other than gambling. Good point. BMOC equals clean living. Well, certain parts. Do you hang out at bars with friends that drink? No, not really. I go to card rooms, stuff like that. I'm not saying my friends don't drink. Plenty of my friends drink. I just don't. Like if I go out, like I go to a club in Margate, New Jersey called Memories, and I mean, I don't drink there. I mean, my friends that drink, but all the friends that I have that drink, like when I go to the Final Four, like Blackjack will drink and I won't. I just something I don't do. Um, I'm from Dallas. How do I get in touch about a Final Four meeting? Just hit me up on Twitter, man. What do you think about tennis handicapping? Think it's great. I just don't do it. Did you ever get in trouble gambling? No. Am I a church going man? I have my own spiritual connections. Let's just say that. What are your thoughts on Donta Hall's ceiling? Um, I think, like any other player, he's incredibly raw. He's got good size. He's got to keep working. It's like anything. If you put time into something, you'll get pretty good at it. You look at a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who I'll continue to go back to. When he came out of San Diego State, he was a good player. He wasn't a great player. He was a good player. He worked. He worked tirelessly. He cared. He sat in the gym and just worked on his shot. He's one of the better free throw shooters in the league, one of the best jump shooters in the league, and he's a full circuited player. If you work on something, you'll do well. Write your number on a C note. Could have. Settle down, Russell Beisfinger. You're an interesting character, man. I've seen you make some odd comments about women. Settle down. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I got scared, Josh. That was what it was. No, I respect the father. I'm not going to just ask somebody their number in front of their father. I'm good. Uh, and she's doing a job, man. Like I'm not that weird. Um, Thoughts on how one can start learning to cap games? Man, just watching them, writing things down, trying to master one sport, not going at all of them at once. Some of these people cap every single game. It's like every sport, just stick to one or two. How's your dad feeling? I believe he's good. He didn't have he wasn't, he was kind of mean earlier. I've talked to him. He's kind of out of it. I mean, then I called my mother and she told me he's in a bad mood. So, he's fine, I guess. I'll be seeing my dad tomorrow, so I'm sure he'll be fine. Merch saying equals you're out of here. Oh, that's a good one too. Hashtag you're out of here. Hit the like button, people. Come on. Hit the like button. Yeah, SBR doesn't pay me anything. Actually, I sit in a sweatshop and I just work all day, all night for free. Yes, that's exactly what I do. Big man, are you riding with Blackjack on the Vegas Knights again? Oh yeah, that's right. They do play tonight. Sure, probably, yeah. And now people are in here talking about my sister. That's not cool. We'll get him out of here. Do you like Toledo to win tonight? I think they'll win tonight. Covering, another story. A lot of points in that one. Where else are we going to go here? How did you do with the Golden State second half? I think it lost, I believe. Who was it? Larry called in and touted that one. We hanging out at my restaurant when you come to NYC. Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, Lou, what's up, Lou? How you doing, buddy? I didn't even notice you were in here. I saw your name, but I kind of didn't even think about it. I hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you in here. Thank you for the support. I'd love to hang out at your restaurant. Sure. Blackjack told me great things about you. That's great. I'd love to. Are you riding with Blackjack? Yeah, probably. I drink once a week, and it's usually a bourbon. Well, good for you. You probably deserve it. What does it take to be as good as you in handicapping? Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm a humble guy. I'm just in a good zone right now. Let's just say that. Put in the work, man. I dedicate my life to this stuff. It's my life. You talk about where's my wife at? I'm married to the money, bub. Married to the money. What was your DJ name? I didn't have one. I spun a lot of dance music, techno, trance, all that kind of stuff. I did play rap, but I don't think you can dance to rap. And the club that I played in, it was more of a dance music crowd. So yeah, it was more dance music. I hardly ever drink. Yeah. Just kind of screws up your concentration. Um, just not for me. Do I drink old fashions? Can't say I'm not. I don't know what that is. What's up with your boy Greg on the show? He's pretty insightful. Yeah, he is. Greg's a great guy. Yeah, I don't know what an old fashioned is. I can't comment on that. I don't know what Manhattan. My grandma drinks Manhattan, so I'll let her have those. I don't know. I don't know what's in a Manhattan. I think there's vermouth and like all that weird stuff. So yeah, I don't drink that kind of stuff. What was your first rule or thing you had mentioned to somebody who just started sports betting? Don't bet parlays and teasers. My pick tonight is Furman minus 9.5. Rumor. So I'm sure this one will be a funny one. Michigan State is getting the number 2 seed in order to have first couple games in Detroit. Interesting. Well, I mean, they are the number 2 seed. Generally, they are pretty complimentary to those teams. Manhattans are pure alcohol. I do think they are. I remember my brother making my mother Manhattan or my grandmother Manhattan. Zima. No, I don't drink Zima. Zima. Any thoughts on Northern Kentucky, Illinois, Chicago? Yeah, we've talked about that one ad nauseum. And it's interesting, Normal Nation. I believe you're listening to the show last night. We talked about it there, talked about it this morning. With that amount of points, I'd probably go with NKU. Have I ever went to the NFL Combine? No, I haven't. Did we go over NKU IC? Yeah, I like UIC. I think it's a game a lot like South Dakota State last night. Oh, man. Did you play all your selections on EPL punters? Yes, usually. The place in New York. Lewis has a restaurant in New York. It's the best, he says, in my honest opinion. Where did you DJ? Just a couple places around my area. No, I don't think you can, but that's just my opinion. Settle down, James View. Yeah, I think she drinks a Manhattan a day, if I remember correctly. Let me know when you're in town next. My guest that I definitely will. Get in touch with me, man. I've been wanting to chat with you. Get at me on Twitter, Lewis. I think I followed you recently. Am I keeping up with spring training games today? No, not the first game. Yankees won, but I didn't keep up with it. Give me some solid insight on the Mastodon. So I will. We'll go over it. Good to see you, Robert. Let's do it, Brad McKay. Also heading to meet with Sixers in your area next week. Oh, well, Lewis, get in touch with me. Let's hook up, buddy. I'd love to. Lewis Mayone, great guy. Is your show on YouTube or Twitter? Well, it's on Twitter and it's hosted by YouTube. I wanted to talk more about this Alonzo Trier stuff, but we'll talk about it later, I'm sure. Do you still do shows from the shore? Yeah, during the summer I do. Not right now. It's winter. Do you like the under in Greensboro, Chattanooga? Didn't look into that game too much. Harvard game, I'd lean Princeton. I don't like the card too much though. Again, the only play I'm on tonight, Furman. Could you recommend any good handicappers? Me. Okay, let's talk tout stuff. Okay, I wanted to bring this up recently because I've saw a lot of people in my shows and stuff. Random people. When I do have a good night, someone will say, "Oh yeah, he's probably going to go tout at some point." While I probably should, even if I did, let's say I decided that next year on November 1st, I decide I'm going to go tout. Here's the question I pose to you. Why shouldn't I? And second of all, why shouldn't you pay for it? I completely said the other day that the stuff I do, I think warrants being paid for. I'm providing winners. I'm giving you priceless information you're not getting anywhere else. And second of all, when someone says that to me, oh, you're just probably going to go tout. I probably should. When you be a tout, when you're a pick seller, the goal is that you give people information they're not getting anywhere else. 90% of the people that do tout don't do that. They just think they know what they're talking about and they can offer you something you're not hearing from anyone else. There's no one in this business that knows more than anyone else. I might put more time in. I might have more info. I might do more. But I don't think I have any magic potion that I could pick games better than anyone else. And if I did go tout, I think it's almost greedy that no one would pay for it. There's people out there that if you followed my picks this year, just for, let's say, $100 a game, I've made you $4,000 for free. That's basically like me handing you $4K and saying, here you go. I shouldn't get anything out of that. Which I don't. I'm not saying I am selling picks. I'm just describing that if I did, I'm not sure people they'd have a problem with that. I should. Because I think right now, if I said, hey, tomorrow, I'm no longer free. If you want any more picks, you got to pay for them. I think by Monday, I could probably make $50,000 probably. And I don't think that's crazy. Think if I charged $200, let's say. 200 people. I'm just $40K. But I see bigger for me. I see a bigger picture. I don't want to be a tout. I just want to do what I'm doing, enjoying what I'm doing, but I want to make it clear. I don't know why you'd have a problem with it, but I see something bigger. I don't want to be a tout. I don't want to, scrimp and try to make money off people. But I'm telling you, if you are a tout, just ask yourself, do I help people out here? And should I really charge? Because at the end of the day, most aren't helping anyone. They're just throwing out shit and trying to make things stick. When a tout throws you a pick, a lot of the time you're just throwing a dart. You're hoping it wins. I don't throw darts. I give you legit picks that win. Donnie does that too. Donnie's a good capper. He actually cares about your money. He wants to put it in the best games. There's so many people that tout in this business that have no fucking idea what they're doing. None. They have no interest in understand how anything goes on. They don't know about money moves. They don't know about line moves. They don't know about trends and what trends matter. They don't know anything. They literally just throw darts. That's it. You have to ask yourself, and look in the mirror. If you're a tout, ask yourself, am I doing something for someone that I should charge for? Because if the answer is no, which it probably is, you should look in the mirror. Because in the way, you're scamming someone. You're telling them you can do something that you're not doing. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. I see bigger for my life. I see something down the road that's bigger. I see, maybe hopefully my own show. I see, you know, me hosting a show where people call like we're doing now. I see that down the road. I don't want to be a handicapper. I don't want to have an agenda. I just want to talk about sports and do well at it, and provide people with, something that they can be happy about. You know what I like to hear? I like someone to contact me and say, yo, big man, I took my kids to the beach and you paid for it. I appreciate that. That's what I get high off of. Stuff like that. And being the best. That's what I want to be. And I can't say that every sport I'm great at and I do great at everything. But I honestly say when I put out games and I talk about games, I think I know what I'm talking about. And I've hopefully helped a lot of you in that. So that's all I have to say. Yeah, if you're out there and you want to give me a show, and you want to add to my arsenal, I'd love to hear from you. But no, people like SBR, guys that have helped me, get my name out there. Just ask yourself this, and the last thing I'll say: if you're selling picks, can you offer them something they're not getting? There are too many dogs playing in a business with lions, and that's the problem we have. You can make money any way you want in this business. You could literally go commit a murder, get off, or do your 20 years, get off, and be a tout. There's no checks and balance system. There's none of that. Anybody can be who they want. If you want to say you live in the Bahamas and you're some big-time sportsbook director, no one couldn't believe you. No one's going to call you out for it. And all these people that are talking, you notice we never see them? We don't know what they look like. We don't know anything about them. You could be anyone you want on the internet. What about Tweety? Question mark. What about him? I respect Tweety because he puts himself out there. I don't agree with his handicapping strategies. He knows that. I don't have anything else to say about him, though. He's a nice kid. He's always been nice to me. What he does in his own business, that's his business. I know him. He's from the neighborhood I used to live in. He's a nice kid. I just think he gets a little crazy sometimes. But he's one guy that doesn't put himself out there. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's been on this shit for a long time. He was around when I came in Twitter. When I was on Twitter, he was around. I don't know many people. There's very few people that have been on Twitter longer than me. Those are the guys you got to look at because there's a reason they're still here. You look at poker. That's a great way to look at it. There's a reason the same people are good at poker. Phil Ivey, there's a reason he's good. You think it's because he just gets lucky for 12 years straight? No, he's good. Daniel Negreanu, there's a reason he wins a lot. He's good. All those random guys that win one tournament, you never hear about them again? They're just playing in this. They get lucky. And my favorite kind of people are the guys that sell picks for a week, find out that no one gives a flying fuck what they're doing, and they stop. Those are the real funny guys. And then they put off this aura that they have some magic information that no one else has. And they hate on people like me and Donnie. It's crab in the barrel theory. I can't be what that guy is, so I'm just going to hate on him all day. Life is way too short to worry about what, this guy's doing or that guy's doing. I'll salute, let him do his thing. Good for him. I'm done caring about other people. I know what I'm doing, and it's good, and that's all I care about. And I'll say this one more time, and it's the last thing I'll say tonight. In 10 years, I'll probably still be around here. Will many of these other people? No. We're never going to see him again. It's a sad state of affairs, but the truth of the matter is, A lot of you people on here, I probably won't know in 10 years. I might, but I probably won't. So, does it really matter? Phil Ivey's blackballed in almost every casino in Vegas for not paying casinos. That's incorrect, but okay. Would you do this for a living if it meant not doing these shows? Do what? What exactly would I be doing, Robin? Everyone have a great day. Just having some fun here. We're not saying I'm touting. I'm just making a point. Everyone have a great night. Hopefully enjoy your weekend. I'll be back later with Blackjack Fletcher. 10:30 p.m. We'll be live on Viva La Vegas on Blog Talk Radio. We'll be taking your calls all night and talking about a lot of fun stuff. Join me then as we embark on more sports talk. A lot of great games tomorrow. Thanks everyone for joining me. Arthur, Chris, Lou Mayone. Reach out to me, Lou. Very good. I'll get it in touch here in a sec. K2 Snow, all you guys. Thanks for listening. Tonight's pick, Furman, -9.5. Everyone have a great night. See ya. Bye-bye.